About 4 years of age, I started playing rugby league in Wagga. It was a boys' club, as it was known back then. And in actual fact, my coach was Ian Mortimer, the father of the famous Mortimer brothers from the rugby league Canterbury Bulldogs. I excelled straight away as a 4-year-old in the under-7. At 11 years of age, I was diagnosed with a condition in one of my knees called Osgood-Slater's disease. This was a degenerative condition of my bones. This restricted my physical movement for about 18 months. So at that time I got into swimming. I took to swimming like a duck in water and ended up state champion holder and state champion. I was a butterfly freestyle specialist, but I excelled in all the events. I made my first New South Wales swim team in 1977, which is 43 years ago now. And the tracksuit I got actually still fits me, and the zipper still works. It's quite amazing. I got the Tour Queensland New South Wales swim team, and we competed in a series of swim meets against New Zealand and Queensland team. We competed in Brisbane, Mackay, Townsville and Cairns. I won the swim of the meet over the whole 4 events. I then returned to rugby league and rugby union as well. I actually had North Sydney Bears come to check me out as a 13-year-old because I was a big boy. I went through puberty very, very young. I was still like in the end of year 5 when I went through a male puberty, which for me was a very difficult time. I was like in a grown man's body at 13 years of age. With my swimming, I had massive endurance levels. I excelled in cross-country events. I excelled in the 800 and 1500 metres on the track. In 1979, I entered an event called the Aquathon in Wagga Wagga. This day changed my life. The Aquathon involved a 5-kilometre run and an 800-metre swim. It was a big sport prior to triathlons. Just before the big triathlons came out really big with Greg Welch and all those other triathletes. This event was held in Wagga Wagga, my hometown, and I'm this young 13-year-old lining up the art line. Next to me was a 5-time Olympian Robert Barry and the current world champion Bob Scannell and a number of other Olympians. I remember at the start line they said to me, "Kid, you better move, you're going to get trampled." But I was a cocky young kid, thinking this is my home turf. I'm pretty much like, fuck off, my feet all in the end. No one gave me a hope. We ran the 5 kilometres. I was probably coming about 7th or 8th in the run. Then we hit the water. It's my Lake Albert. That was my home lake. I swam there every day of my life. I actually had 2 old tree stumps I used to swim between. They were almost exactly 50 metres apart. I used to do tumble turns, so I knew this lake back to front. At the end of the swim, I came third. There was 3 of us crossing the line together with Olympian Bob Barry, 5-time Olympian, and Bob Scannell. The headlines in the Wagga Wagga paper the next day was young superstar Warren Miller catching the drift of the costumes. A lot of aquathon competitors were also modern pentathlon competitors. I got approached by the then chairman of the New South Wales Pentathlon Association, Ken Hodges, who was a serving police officer. He ran the Woman Boys Club at the time. He suggested to my dad that I should get into the modern pentathlon because I excelled at every sport I'd done. I decided to give it a crack. This was about January 1980. I had to learn to ride a horse. I'd ridden a couple of ponytails at the show and stuff like that, but I hadn't ridden a horse properly before. I had to learn to use saw. I'd never done that before either, and I'd never shot a gun, but I could run, swim. I got into it. My horse riding coach was an old girl, Mrs. Kneebone. For the first 3 months, I wasn't even allowed to have a saddle. She taught me how to ride bareback the old-fashioned way. I got into the pony club and I found a local pistol club. Wagga Wagga's amazing. Sporting capital of Australia, a regional town. I joined the pistol club and picked that up pretty quickly as well. There was fencing instructor. There was a boys club in Wagga Wagga that actually was a former Australian fencing representative. He taught me the fencing. 9 months later, I was fencing the Australian under-21 modern pentathlon team, and I went to the world titles in Madrid, Spain. I was 14 years of age. I went as the youngest ever competitor by a lot of years because, being an under-21 event. The first day of the modern pentathlon world titles in Madrid was show jumping. The show jumping in the modern pentathlon, you don't get to ride your own horse. You get to draw out of a hat. You get 20 minutes practice on this horse, 6 practice jumps. Then you have to go over a full show jumping obstacle course. I got introduced. I was the 3rd Australian competitor. The first 2 got a clear round. The 3 fence riders also got clear round. It was up to me to get a clear round under a certain time for Australia to win the equestrian section of the world titles. This was a big thing because Australia had never won anything in the pentathlon before. It's very much a military sport, a European sport.